In this video, I'll walk you through the complete process of installing and setting up Docker on a Windows computer. We'll also verify that everything is working correctly by running our very first Docker container. So let's get started. Open your favorite web browser and search for Docker. The first result should be the official Docker website. Go ahead and open it. Right on the home page, you'll see the option to download Docker Desktop. Before we do that though, let's quickly make sure your computer actually meets the requirements because Docker won't install on every version of Windows. Move your mouse over the Developers menu and click on Documentation. This will take you to the official Docker documentation website. From here, click Get Started. Next, select Get Docker. Then choose Docker Desktop for Windows. This opens the official installation guide for Docker Desktop on Windows. Scroll down until you reach the System Requirements section. For most users, Docker will use the WSL2 backend, which is already selected by default. There are other installation options available, like Hyper-V or ARM, but for a typical Windows PC, leave it on the WSL2 backend. Take a moment to review the requirements. Your computer needs to be running a supported version of Windows, have a 64-bit processor, at least 4 GB of RAM, virtualization enabled, and Windows Subsystem for Linux version 2. Let's verify one of the most important requirements first. Right-click the Windows Start button and select Task Manager. If Task Manager opens in the simplified view, click More Details. Now, open the Performance tab. Look for the Virtualization section. Mine shows Enabled, which means I'm good to go. If yours says Disabled, you'll need to enable virtualization from your computer's BIOS or UEFI settings before Docker can work properly. Once you've confirmed virtualization is enabled, close Task Manager and return to the documentation. The next thing we need to check is whether WSL is already installed. Copy the command shown on the documentation page. Now search for PowerShell. Instead of opening it normally, right-click it and choose Run as Administrator. Once PowerShell opens, paste the command and press Enter. If WSL isn't installed yet, you'll most likely see a message saying that Windows Subsystem for Linux isn't installed and suggesting the installation command. That's perfectly normal if this is your first time setting it up. Press Ctrl+C to stop the current command. Return to the documentation and copy the WSL install command. Go back to PowerShell, paste it, and press Enter. Before continuing, I'll increase the PowerShell font size slightly so it's easier to follow along. Now let the installation complete. Windows will download and install the latest version of Windows Subsystem for Linux. Once it's finished, you'll see a message letting you know that the installation completed successfully, but the changes won't take effect until you restart your computer. At this point, close PowerShell and restart Windows. After your computer starts back up, open PowerShell as administrator once again. Now we'll verify that everything installed correctly. Type WSL, update, and press Enter. PowerShell will check for updates. If you see a message saying the latest version is already installed, then WSL is fully configured and ready to use. Now we're ready to install Docker. Open your browser again and search for Docker. Visit the official Docker website. This time, click Download Docker Desktop. Choose the Windows AMD 64 installer. The installer is a little over 500 megabytes, so depending on your internet connection, it may take a few minutes to download. Once the download is complete, open your Downloads folder. Locate the Docker Desktop installer. Right-click the installer and choose Run as Administrator. If Windows asks whether you want to allow the application to make changes, click Yes. The Docker Desktop installer will now open. Since we've already installed WSL2, leave the option to use WSL2 checked. I'll also enable the option to allow Windows containers with this installation. Then click OK. The installer will begin unpacking and installing Docker Desktop. Give it a few minutes to finish. Once you see the installation succeeded message, click Close and restart. Windows will restart one more time. After the restart, open the Start menu. scroll down to the D section and launch Docker Desktop. The first time Docker starts, you'll be asked to accept the subscription agreement. Click Accept to continue. Next, you'll be asked how you plan to use Docker. Since I'm using it for personal projects, I'll select Personal Use. You'll also be asked to sign in with a Docker Hub account. If you already have one, simply sign in. If not, you can create a free account directly from this screen. Having a Docker Hub account makes it much easier to pull images, publish your own images, and manage repositories. Once you're signed in, Docker Desktop will finish loading. From here, you can explore several sections, including containers, images, volumes, Kubernetes, and Docker Hub. Let's quickly verify that Docker is working correctly. Open the Docker Hub section and search for Hello World. You'll find the official Hello World image, which is commonly used to test Docker installations. Open the image page. Scroll down slightly and copy the Docker run command. Now open Command Prompt. Paste the command and press Enter. Docker will first check whether the image already exists on your computer. If it doesn't, Docker automatically downloads it from Docker Hub. Once the download finishes, you should see the message Hello from Docker. If you see that message, congratulations, Docker is installed correctly and working exactly as expected. Now switch back to Docker Desktop. Open the Images section. You'll see the Hello World image listed there because it was downloaded a moment ago. Next, open the Container section. You'll also see the Hello World container that was just executed. Since that container only runs briefly before exiting, it won't appear as currently running. You've successfully installed Docker Desktop, configured WSL2, verified your installation, learned how to pull images, and even ran your very first Docker container. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.